Welcome. My name is Amelia Ismore, your host for Out and About in New York City. Now, our next guest inspired me to ask a series of questions. First, does art imitate life, or does life imitate art? Is today's judicial system nothing more than modern-day slavery? And, most importantly, the theory of cause and effect. Is the situation of the life of today's minorities, particularly African Americans here in the United States, causing us to have a different effect on our life? We're going to answer so many of those questions, plus more, with our next guest, Gary Heyward, author of an outstanding novel called Correctional Officer, Perp with a Badge. Welcome, Gary Heyward.
Thank you for having me.
For all of those that don't know who you are, can you please just introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Gary Heyward, and I was once a correctional officer on Rikers Island. And I'm soon to be author of my new book, Correctional Officer, Perp with a Badge.
Now let's just talk about the turning point. Because, you know, as indicative of your uniform, you're a correction officer, and then all of a sudden something happened, and now you're an inmate.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, I got caught up in the everyday struggles of every black man, or every man, anywhere. Being a correction officer, you know, I had children, and then child support hit, which, when the child support took effect, other bills accrued behind that. My car got repoed, you know, garnishment. I know I'm not the only one that went through certain things, and it put my back against the wall, where at one time I was making $39 every 2 weeks.
Now let's talk about the transition from a CO to an inmate, and now being in the same place that you were regulating people, you're now being regulated.
One day you take an account, the next day you on account. It can happen to anybody at any time. If you're going to go on to the dark side and be corrupt, my book is like how to be a correctional officer 101. If you're going to do it, this is how you have to do it. Not saying it's a guaranteed plan. As you see, nothing is guaranteed.